Well, hello everybody, parents, caregivers, Mr. Potter here. I wanted to have a quick chat with you this afternoon. It's got nothing to do with COVID, so I'm sure you'll all be relieved. I do want to say though that we've been thrilled with the way in which things have gone over the first 5 weeks since we've been back. I want to thank you for your continued support. I'm just assuming that you've missed me for the last couple of weeks because I haven't done a video recently. But I did want to touch base with you just about one topic this afternoon. And I first of all just want to start off by thanking you so much for the way in which the vast majority of you have supported us and engaged with us up on the middle school car parking area. We've loved the fact that so many of you pull in, whether you're dropping your students off or whether you're picking them up in the afternoon. Just the way in which you have supported us, encouraged us, waved to us, smiled at us, been patient as we've tried to find you a car park, tried to manage that short period of time between 8 and 8:30 and between 3 and 3:30. And, Mr. Jones and I get to do it on a Friday, and we love that time to be able to interact with you as families. And I know I haven't been able to give too many of your children high fives because of the social distancing, but just love the great smiles. Really appreciate the way you've supported us. Every now and then someone buys us a hot chocolate or a coffee, which is very unexpected, and we think that's just brilliant. We thank you for your support and encouragement for us. I just wanted to let you know that there are on the odd occasions where we do seem to run in with a little bit of difficulty with parents or caregivers who are a bit disappointed that we can't actually find you a car park space. And we apologise for that. We would love to be able to find everybody a car park space and to be able to meet everybody's need to be able to get onto the school property when they turn up. And we do the best we can. We work really hard to try and accommodate everybody, but we only have a limited number of car parks, and obviously once they run out, we don't really have the capacity to start banking people up, and which then causes inconvenience for everyone else. I do want to say though that compared to most schools, we have a ridiculously large number of car parks. We are well above the required mandated, regulated number of car parks for a school of our size. And so we have invested some serious money into expanding the number of car parks we have. And we certainly know that there are many schools who don't have any on-site car parking at all, and that everybody has to park off-site and walk their children in. So I suppose in defence, it's not that we have an inadequate amount of car parks in terms of regulations. It's just that we just don't have enough car parks when everybody turns up in the morning and in the afternoon. And that will mean that some families will need to either go around the block again, park off-site, or wait for a spot to open up. And we would really like to ask you to be patient with us, to accommodate us and support us while we do that. We have made a determination, and for those of you who do park in the London car park, you will see that while we've tried to articulate this verbally, we have actually put out some cones now, and those cones are to make it clear that parking on the pedestrian crossings is not a great idea. First of all, it's illegal, but secondly, it's obviously a risk to our families if we have cars parked on the pedestrian crossings, which means that people who are using the pedestrian crossings are having to walk around vehicles off the pedestrian crossings and potentially into the way of traffic. And so we've made that determination. So that does mean that there is slightly less number of car parks available. I think 3 that we have now are blocked off because we really need to make sure that we are creating a safe environment for everybody. So please be patient with us. We try really hard to help everybody out. One of the ways in which you can help us, and we do encourage families to consider this, is either dropping your students off slightly earlier in the mornings. There are normally car parks available before 8 o'clock, and I know that you need to work that out in terms of your your own schedules and getting to work and all those sorts of things. But if you could drop your children off slightly earlier and leave them, that would be fantastic. For those of you who have younger children, if you get there earlier, then there are greater potential for there to be car parks available. But certainly in the afternoon, when it does become more crowded, because in the morning it's more families are just dropping their children off and then going. In the afternoon, families are turning up and having to wait for their children. Can I please encourage you, unless there is a specific reason why you need to pick them up earlier, collecting your children from 3:30 onwards, there are car parks available all over the place. And so the only difficult period is going to be leading up to 3 o'clock and then through to 3:30 in the afternoons, or between that 8 to 8:30 time period in the morning. So I want to encourage you that if possible, to drop your children off slightly earlier in the mornings or to pick up your children slightly later in the afternoons. Not only will it help us, but you'll actually find it a much quicker, easier experience. So we want to encourage you to consider that. But finally, Phil and I and the other staff who are doing the car park duties, we do our best to maintain a really happy demeanour, smile at everybody, wave at everybody, say hello to everybody, give people a thumbs up, help people back out. We try to do that really good-naturedly. Sometimes we're doing that and it's raining and it's cold and it's a little miserable, but we try to make ourselves as in as a pleasant a mood as possible. Can I really encourage you that it doesn't hurt to perhaps reciprocate, and so many of you do, and it's brilliant. It's lovely to have families wave back, smile, cheer, even when we're not able to find an exact car park for you, or we're having to bank you a bit in the afternoons. The fact that you still respond to us positively makes a big difference for us. The narky look, the rolled eyes, and the grizzles, when we actually don't have a car park for you, while we can't stop people doing what they do, it doesn't really help us, and it's certainly not going to get you a car park any earlier, because we're only saying no to you when we don't have any car parks. And our safety is first. That's absolutely our only criteria and our only priority. So can I please encourage you that those few who get a bit narky when we don't have a car park available for you, also sometimes speed in the car parks is not brilliant, but it's only a very few. Please make sure that you manage that. Please make sure that you're courteous, especially in the afternoon when everyone's trying to back out at the same time, that we all let each other in. We show patience and tolerance to each other. That would be awesome as well. And look, as I said, we have a wonderful group of families rolling up each morning and each afternoon, and the vast majority of you are just brilliant, and we greatly appreciate that. For the few of you who, for whatever reason, get a bit frustrated with us, we are sorry. We're doing the best we can. We apologise when we can't find you exactly what you need, but a bit of patience with us, a bit of good cheer back to us would be greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to seeing many of you this afternoon when I'm out on car park duty again. We wish you a safe and healthy weekend. God bless, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks.